Hello, hello. Welcome to the Wednesday Wisdom Call. It's not a call anymore, and I'm still. Hi. Welcome to the Wednesday Wisdom Show. Good thing I can laugh at myself. Let's see. Let me put my headset on so you can actually hear what I'm doing, what I'm saying. My computer is being totally wonky, so I am on the phone, on the whatever, 4G. All right. I was going to put on the comments the free guide, but I can't go there yet. So my name is Marty Forrest. My website is Hello Extraordinary Life. When you go there on the landing page, click the button. It's a big long thing. 3 steps to reprogramming your negative self-talk. And it's a guide packed full of valuable information, tips and tools, things that you can implement right away to begin navigating that journey inside our mind and inside the place that we have endless 24/7 conversations. If you haven't noticed that, I do a course. I haven't done one in a little while. Hi, Jamie. I haven't done one in a while, but I do a course every so often. I think I only did one this year. And I call it the roommate. So our roommate is alive and well usually, and never leaves us alone. And I'm going to just have to take my computer out of my way there because it's going to distract me. Having all kinds of Wi-Fi stuff going on. So welcome to the call. Also on the website, if you haven't picked up a copy, thank you, Stacy. Stacy just got another copy for someone of a book. So I appreciate that. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to get the message out there, and it's reaching many, many people. At this point, I think I'm around 100 that I have sold. Super exciting to know that it's out there and reaching people, and people I've spoken to have actually read it. So it's having an impact, and they're noticing. So it's pretty cool. So I'm compiling a list to get out the email with the link to be able to leave a review on Amazon, because that's where I publish through. Anyway, you can go onto the website, and on the navigation bar, it's the book, and it'll take you to the book where you can purchase it, or you can go to Amazon and get it also. All right, so that's my spiel of my book. Happy Thanksgiving. What is it? Thanksgiving Eve. I don't think we call it that, but so for my Thanksgiving, tomorrow's going to be a really calm, mild. My mom's coming tomorrow, and it'll just be the 3 of us. Lou's going to make a lasagna. Then it's huge. It's like this giant 4-inch thick pan of lasagna, 10 pounds of lasagna. So that will be for Saturday. Also, we surely will not eat anywhere near enough that we won't have plenty to share. I wrote about it's Thanksgiving, it's the month of gratitude. I'm of the mind that if I'm not grateful every day for something, this month is not going to really make much difference. It brings me more present to gratitude. It's a process, what's the word? Practice. It's a practice of being mindful and paying attention to our thoughts instead of allowing them to run amok and go wild how they go. Stopping ourselves, pausing, breathing, and stepping back and looking at what can I be grateful for in this moment? Or what about the situation that's happening in front of me that maybe I'm reacting to can I find some gratitude about? The body, the mind, everything is affected when we become mindful and we become aware, we become conscious of our thoughts. When we're sick a lot, I was just having a conversation with someone who's not hungry and not able to eat much, a few bites. And this is pretty uncommon for this person. And I started to just ask the questions like, what are you not digesting? What are you rejecting because you can't eat, you're not hungry? Because there's some belief or some thought, something maybe bubbling up to the surface that needs to be cleared And if we aren't willing to look, then it starts to manifest. This is why it's so important that we become grateful and we become mindful and we become aware of our thoughts. And if we don't know what they are, there's nothing we can do about it. That's the first step of anything that we want to make a change or do something different. I'm learning to change some of my wording, my languaging, because some words have a big charge, and change is one of those words that has a big charge. When we're working on something different, reprogramming our thoughts, reprogramming our way of being that we've been our whole life. We view the world through a particular set of lenses based on our experiences. Learning to become grateful rewires our brain. It releases dopamine in the brain when we do gratitude lists. And so, simple thing to do, just walk around your life, walk around, look around your world. What can you be grateful for? What are the things? I'm grateful I have a chair right here to sit in. I can breathe. I'm vertical. I can do these videos, even though my internet is crappy right now. There's just all kinds of things, and you go on that rampage of gratitude, and it alters the chemistry in your body. It will physically change your chemistry, and it will rewire the brain to want more of that. So I love that topic. I love the topic of gratitude anyway. It just happened to fall that I had a situation that occurred, and I got to really look at my response to the situation. And it was a circumstance of a person that I hadn't talked to almost a year and a half. We had one conversation about a year ago. Prior to that, it had been a few months. So it's very clear people's behavior doesn't match their lips. Their behavior tells everything. My response to this conversation was, I'm busy. I don't have time. We're getting ready to leave. They wanted to come over and tell me how much they love me and give me a hug. And I thought, I haven't talked to you in more than a year, and now you want everything to just be okay. And it is okay. It's totally okay. Let me be clear about that. It's totally okay that she wants to do that. I get to choose today. I get to be at choice today. And I get to feel good about my choice. So that's what I recognized later. Like in hindsight, I went, wow, I totally responded to the conversation. I didn't have any weird, awkward feelings on the inside about, oh, I should have let her come over. And I didn't have any guilt about not letting her come over. It was some years. This has been a lot of years because my old programming, yeah, I can call it old now because I didn't do it, right? If we're still doing it, it's not old, but I didn't do it. So the old programming is my people-pleasing codependency. Yeah, come on over and I'll let you be okay with it while I'm stewing on the inside. And I didn't do any of that. I simply said, we're leaving. We were heading out the door to go to an event. So it wasn't going to work. This is my experience of the person. Is lots of lip service. So just see how this applies in your life. Who do you know in your life that gives you lots of lip service? Because I did it. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, I did it my whole life up until I didn't. Because I would say anything to make you feel better and then go do what I wanted anyway, right? So my experience of this person is it's a lot of this. It's a lot of this. And Melissa, I recognize the picture. It's just a lot of lip service, and the feet and the lips don't match. It took me a long, long time to understand. The feet and the lips don't match. Watch the feet. Right? Meaning if their words and actions don't match, watch the actions. They will always, 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 100% of the time, tell you the truth about a person. When someone's ghosting, we call it ghosting today. So when someone's ghosting us, that's the truth, is they don't want to be in a relationship with us. And I got to work through my own part of that, the grieving, the heartache, my attachment. I had lots of attachment to what I wanted that relationship to look like. Clearly, they didn't want to be there anymore. And I've had a few of those. Our attachment creates a whole lot of grief, and we want it to be different. That's where the resistance or the inauthenticity comes from. Because now I'm willing to contort myself or to keep attempting to reel you in to be in relationship with me when clearly all the behavior and all the signs are saying that's not where you want to be. I get to accept that, right? So that was the conversation or the topic I chose for today is really being authentic with ourselves and learning how to accept what is so. I don't have to like it. I may not like the circumstance. It might be hurtful. However, today I'm not going to chase it. And this is my invitation to you. Stop chasing those things and those people that don't want to be in your life. If they don't want to be there, wish them well. Pray for them. Hi, Charlie. Offer them blessings on their way out the door. because clearly it's something's not right. So, like something is amiss in the context of, I'm looking away because I'm formulating my thought here, of we are energetically different. Sometimes we call it growing apart, and all that means is I resonate at a different place than you do now. My vibration and your vibration, they're like this. Excuse me. Instead of this, or instead of matching. Right? So now we're just different. Like two ships that pass in the night, and we no longer can, because when we come together, if we're not a match, we kind of go like this. And some people will go like this, and then we come back. Because maybe we have our own growth to do to come to a vibration that matches again. Maybe not. I have some friends that are friends for years, for over 30 years now. Some of us have grown together and we are in relationship, and some, I still know them. I still call them my friend. When I speak with them, they're still in the same place that they were when we were in relationship together. And I get to accept that and be okay with that. I can meet them where they are, but it doesn't mean I have to lower myself to where they are. Let that sink in. I can meet a person where they are. Doesn't mean I have to drop my energy to be in that same vibrational state. Because most likely we're not going to raise them up enough, and we're not going to lower ours enough to be there. And that's how it works. When we go on, I'm going to go back to the rampage of gratitude. When we go on that rampage of gratitude, Esther and Jerry Hicks, Abraham, if anybody's familiar with Abraham law of attraction, it takes like 8 seconds to change your energy, change your vibration, to raise your vibration. You have itchy nose. So going on that, any kind of a rampage of gratitude, being mindful, breathing, these are things that we can do, ways to become, to shift our energy. In the shifting, we allow some of that old emotional baggage to clear, raise our vibration, and become more authentically true to ourselves. I'd like to tell you that I'm 100% all the time, no holds barred, authentic. I'd say a high 90% of the time I'm that. Anybody here, any of you that are watching, can you say that like 100% all the time, no matter what, you are authentic to yourself? You can leave a comment. I think I can see it on the, yeah, it's at least showing up on my screen. Working on it, like we're a work in progress. But what does it mean? What does that mean to be authentic? What is authenticity? What is being authentic to yourself, authentic in your world? Anybody have any thoughts? Any ideas? Write it in the comments. I can actually see it, I believe. Authenticity, authentic. Being honest with ourselves, being true to ourselves. Sometimes it's simply acknowledging what we're feeling. Telling another person that the not part, it does not mean that we vomit all over them. It means, oh, I'm really having a hard time right now. And if you feel safe enough to get into that whole conversation with them, go for it. Often it's not the time. So I often use this example because when my dad died, I wanted to honor my process of grieving while living his legacy, which was not always authentic, but when I'm in tune with myself, the insides, yes, absolutely. When I'm in tune, she said, when I'm in tune with myself, the insides match the outside. And that's always the case, right? It's always, always, always the case. When my dad died, I was not willing to look at you and say, I'm okay, or I'm fine. I'm in the grocery store line. The clerk says, how are you? And I paused. It was very soon after. And I said, I don't really know. I don't really know how I am. My dad just died. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Carrying on, right? It was simply owning it and being authentic to me and not pretending and, oh, I'm fine. That's fine. Fucked up, insecure, neurotic, emotional. Which I could have owned that and said it, but she wouldn't have taken it the same way. Right? That's being authentic. I think most of us here, I'm going to say that I know, are empathic. Our bullshit-o-meter is off the hook. Our intuitive ability is like nobody's business. And we have a lie detector that you can't miss. So we know when we are being inauthentic because it does not resonate on the inside. As she said, when I'm in tune with myself, it doesn't resonate on the inside. Something's off. Something feels off. Maybe we don't know what it is. Hang on, I'll read the comments in a minute. Maybe we don't even know what it is that we're feeling. And I can just go, wow, I'm having this feeling. I don't know what it is. Or I'm having this reaction and I don't know what it is. That is being authentic, right? Just acknowledging that there's something there. It's when we're not willing to look or acknowledge. It's a real-time moment here. When I was going to Modesto to do the book signing, prior to doing that, we had the book signing here, and I was committed. I was not telling my mom. Not doing it because I had all these reasons and rationalizations, justifications, and people would ask me questions. Is it really your place to decide for her? Well, no, but I know that it could hurt her, right? Oh my gosh, I wasn't being true to me. I was making it up for her. I was being her no without even giving her an opportunity based on my experience. So my fear, see, I'm not being authentic to myself. My fear is running the show. Now it's all over Facebook. I'm certain I better tell her before she sees it on Facebook. Because that truly would hurt her feelings. So I got to move out of my own way and get real about it. So I really did want her to know. That's the truth. I really wanted her to know. What I was afraid of was her reaction was going to be what I've known it to be in my life, which is less than supportive. I could not have predicted what she would have done. I had no idea. When I told her, she puffed up. She was so proud. We have an author in the family. It's like, Oh my God, I just had to laugh at myself. You're just being ridiculous in making up the stories that we think. All right, so let me see here. I'm looking at a comment. Not sure it's possible to be 100%. I am true to myself as much as possible. But fears, anxieties, unhealthy discernment gets in the way depending on the situation. Sometimes I sacrifice in order to be of service to others if it's for a greater good. Yes, that makes sense, Charlie. My question is, what are you sacrificing? If you're in service, is that not being authentic or true to yourself? Like, I'm not sure what is the sacrifice if you're being in service. So I'll wait to see what you have to say. But yes, it makes sense what you said. Okay, so and speaking my truth rather than trying to make it acceptable to whomever I'm with. Letting go of the people pleasing. Amen, sister. We get, I call it in my book, pretzelizing. It was my word. Word doc kept trying to correct it. Pretzelizing. We pretzelize ourselves and contort ourselves as people pleasers. And that was the situation when I got that phone call on Saturday that I did not do. I did not contort. I did not pretzelize. I just said no. And then I asked myself later if I would have done something different if I had not been leaving my house. And the truth for me was, no, I don't think I would have done something different. All right, sacrifice maybe is the wrong word. I moved out of my comfort zone to be in service, not sacrifice of character. Yes, being authentic is a stretch sometimes. So sacrificing my my comfort to be in service, because maybe I didn't really want to. And then I'm always better for it when I do it. Is that what you mean? I think that's what you mean. When we're in those situations, then it's about checking in, like getting out of here, right? Getting out of my head space and what my head wants to do or whatever bullshit I'm making up in my mind, and dropping into the body. Feeling it in your body. Breathing into it in your body. Take that deep breath, and where is it feeling in your body? Because that's going to direct you. When we can breathe into the body, get out of the head, get out of that whatever stuff we're spinning about, we don't want to, or I don't really want to be here, I really want to go home and be by myself because I'm more introverted than extroverted, or too many people, whatever it is, drop into the body, because it will never lie to you. So when we can breathe into that space, your body will tell you what you need to do, or what's in your best and not what you need. Need is let me remove that. So what's in your best interest to do? And that may be sacrificing the comfort to be in service. And that's true of any situation. If our mind's yammering on about a story or why we should or shouldn't, breathe into this. This is the answer for most things. Breathe. Take a deep breath. And if it helps you to count your breathing, because that disrupts the brain, count it. Inhale 4, 5, 6, 8 times, whatever it is. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8. It's a really good one because it slows you down on the exhale, disrupts your thoughts, and allows your body to come forward with whatever your authentic answer is. And if it means staying or going or having a conversation with someone or not, speaking our truth instead of denying it to make someone else comfortable. I was thinking of Stacey's comment. Instead of denying it to make someone else comfortable. Delivery, delivery, delivery. And if you don't know how to say it, just say that. I don't really know any other way to say this. Qualify it. Please, I'm hoping you can receive it the way I intend it. And then you say what's so, because sometimes I'm not polished. Sometimes we're not polished in our words and delivering kind, or it's the intention, right? It's our intention and our motive behind it. That's authentic. But maybe I don't have really kind words to soften the blow of what I want to say. Not because I want to cause harm, but because that's true for me. And that could be something as simple as, I need to leave. Well, why? Because I don't want to be here anymore. So maybe it could be that. Sometimes I get an intuitive hit about something and I just go, oh, okay. And then I say a prayer about it. Okay, Spirit, how do I need to say this? If nothing comes, I just let them know, whoever I'm speaking to, I don't know how else to deliver this. So I just need to say what's on my heart. And usually by qualifying that, they can receive it differently than if we just blurt it out, because I've done that too. So being authentic and accepting what is so. Sometimes it's about us, accepting what is so for us. Sometimes it's accepting what is so for a situation. Sometimes it's looking back at the situation and realizing that, so what I realized about that situation Saturday, my behavior was different. I had no angst about it, and that was uncomfortable. So I labeled it all the things that were familiar. Oh, I have a little charge, or I have a resentment, or I have a something, because those are familiar. That's what I know. Doing something different and having no charge and having no angst and no anything about it, different. And when we do new different things, it's uncomfortable. And we often will try to overlay an old label onto something that we're doing different today. So that's something to be mindful of and be aware of. Breathing, always coming back to the breathing. If you don't know what you're feeling or what's going on for you, breathe. Just breathe. Because what it's going to do is, again, disrupt the mind and allow for space for the truth, your authentic truth, to come up and out forward in your mind. And if you don't know right away, that's it. You can say that. I don't really know right now, but something's there for me. More ways, just more ways for us to be real and honest and truthful with ourselves. The more we are that, the higher we vibrate, and the more we give permission to other people. And in all that, we get to shine really brightly. It doesn't have to look a certain way that I think it does. I read this somewhere that even when we're doing our own transformation and we're healing those different layers, it anchors us into that higher vibration and it brings a brighter light forward. Even when it doesn't feel like it on my inside. That's how it shows up in the world. Thanks for the interaction. Anything else? Anything that you're taking away? I was looking at the time. Taking away from today. Anything that resonates deeply for you in your authentic self. Have a great gratitude for life. Thanksgiving. Have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. Hopefully I know I'm going to see some of you on Saturday. We have a Thanksgiving after Thanksgiving Saturday. No intention about inviting or not inviting. Facebook let me do 50 and anyway. So if you know about it, please come. If you don't know about it, please come. You know about it now. And I'll see you. It's 2:00 on Saturday. If you need more information, just reach out to me and I can tell you that. So it's a big potluck, lots of fellowship and just love and gratitude. All right. Make it a great week. And I will be back next week, 12:00 sharp.